Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Soul Connections. Today I'm going to do a video on attachment styles. I was asked to do this, and it is my degree is in psychology, in case you didn't know that, so it's something in my wheelhouse anyway. And I also have several months ago done a video on attachment styles as it pertains to the runner and the chaser in the twin flame dynamic specifically, and so I'll put that right here and you can go ahead and take a look at that whenever you'd like to. But this, I want to go over the attachment styles. There are four attachment styles, and as I go over these, I want you to notice how on this journey you have parented yourself through these attachment styles. You have parented yourself through releasing yourself from this, through bringing yourself to the secure attachment style, which is what you need to move forward in this journey. Especially, I'm hearing, especially if there's going to be a family involved, whatever that means for you, so that you can bring that into the relationship and do what you need to do together on this journey. So stay right there. There are four attachment styles. The one that we are all working toward is secure attachment style. Then there's anxious attachment style. There's avoidant or dismissive attachment style, sometimes called disorganized. And then there's avoidant, fearful attachment style. Talk about the anxious, preoccupied attachment style. And this type of attachment style presents in overly sensitive to partners' actions and moods, struggled to communicate needs directly, kind of needy, in other words, very worried about rejection, and tends to act out when triggered, like to make the partner jealous. Parents of these attachment styles, when you were growing up, they tend to be, alternating between being overly coddling and detached. They're easily overwhelmed, being sometimes attentive and sometimes pushing you away, and when they made you responsible for how they felt. The avoidant, dismissive attachment style, and this type of attachment style, the person tends to downplay the importance of relationships. They're emotionally distant. They keep their partners at an arm's length. They use usually extremely self-reliant, cool, controlled, stoic, distant, that kind of thing. Wants full independence, both ways, and can become more vulnerable when there's a big crisis. This attachment style usually develops when you're left to fend for yourself or expected to be independent, when you're reprimanded for depending on your caregivers, rejected when expressing your needs or emotions, and they can be very slow to respond to your basic needs. And we have the avoidant, fearful attachment style, which the people with this attachment style are more dependent in relationships than the avoidant, dismissive. They strongly fear rejection. They have low self-esteem, high anxiety in relationships. They become argumentative and recreate past patterns. They're isolating and self-sabotaging. Caregivers of people who have this attachment style, which I don't see strong in the twin flame dynamic. However, you can pick up pieces from all of these different attachment styles. This can come from childhood trauma, neglect, or abuse, fear of parents. They are inconsistent and often seem like sources of comfort, and then often seem like sources of fear, the parents of this attachment style. I know you can see where you and your counterpart probably have picked up many of these traits for these attachment styles, and sometimes on this journey, again, we've done ancestral healing and collective healings where you pick up more of it. So whatever, the feminine is more likely to have the anxious attachment style, and the masculine is more likely to have the avoidant. However, as I said in that video, I feel that the runner is usually the one who has the avoidant attachment style. And so you'll see where I know sometimes we produce an exaggerated amount of these traits to really heal more collectively. And so I want to talk about secure attachment style. And I think that most of you who are watching this video are probably almost there, if not there already, okay? So signs of secure attachment style include the ability to regulate your emotions, which we talk about all the time in the card pools. You know, that's what the masculine is really working on right now, regulating his emotions. Easily trusting others, effective communication skills, the ability to seek emotional support, comfortable being alone. That's something the feminines really got themselves to recently. Comfortable in close relationships, ability to self-reflect in partnerships, all partnerships, being easy to connect with, ability to manage conflict well, high self-esteem, and ability to be emotionally available. And you know, I think that's what the masculines are working on, being able to be emotionally available, being able to be vulnerable. And I think that they are really there almost. And you know, this is something that's going to help if you develop a family with your counterpart, because securely attached people grow up feeling secure emotionally and physically and can engage in a world with others in a healthy way. As a result, they tend to navigate relationships well. So this is kind of a full circle moment, right? When you look at this kind of thing and you understand that you did this so that you could bring a healthy balance, not only into your own relationship with your counterpart, but into your own world, into the world by yourself, into the world with your children, any that you have now, any that you may have, into the world with, you know, in-laws. Because what happens is, you know, we're doing, say, the ancestral healing. So a lot of times, you know, you're doing this on your own, but some of you, a lot of you who are not out of contact with your masculine or your counterpart who ran, they're actually acting out on the third party karmic relationship on you, and you've agreed to bring up your own stuff and ancestral stuff to help heal for your line, for both your lines, if you're coming together for both your lines. And that energy can feel so heavy. So what happens is, and I don't mean like just a third party, like some masculines or the runner, some of them are in a third party relationship, which is romantic, but some of them we're talking about their family, or we're talking about their friends, unresolved issues there that they bring back to you, okay, and show you something you need to heal in your own attachment style and in your own ancestral or collective lineage that you've agreed to work on. And so I hope this is helpful. If you want any more information on this, I know it was a little choppy. Like, I don't want to go into really deep details. I want you to look at these. I want you to say, okay, I see where I manifested this, and I see where I have cleaned this up, and where I am cleaning this up. And I want you to see the heaviness lift off of your shoulders, because it's time for you to let the heaviness lift off your shoulders. If this was helpful, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all.